Hi, I'm Emily, and today we're going to do a 30-minute beginner Ashtanga practice. If you're looking to do a quick warm-up before you get started, I'll link that in the description. And if you're looking for some different ways to do the sun salutations, I'll link a video to that as well. I recommend you start with 2 blocks, one on each end of your mat, and if you don't have any blocks, you can use books or something like a water bottle. So we'll get started with sun salutations. So coming into Samasthiti or standing at the top of your mat. Feet can be hip width or together, arms down by your side, neutral pelvis, Samasthiti position. Ekam, inhale, reach the arms up. Hands can be apart or together. Dwe, exhale, fold, release the head down. Should we inhale, look up, find length in the spine. Hands can come to shins or thighs. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank, drop the knees down, and lower for chaturanga halfway or all the way to the belly. Pancha, inhale, cobra or up dog. Shot, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Finding length in the spine, gazing at the knees for 1. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop, feet to hands. Find length in the spine. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, just the arms down, coming back to Samasthiti. Second one. Ekam, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Dwe, exhale, fold, Uttanasana, release the head. Trini, inhale, look up, find length in the spine. Chatwari, exhale, plant the hands, step back and lower chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, cobra or up dog with the thighs lifted. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. For 1. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop the feet forward, find length in the spine. Ashto, exhale, fold, release the head. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Third one. Ekam, inhale, gaze up. Dwe, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, lower chaturanga. Pancha, back bend. Shot, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. 1, 2, breathing. 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step or hop, feet to hands, find length in the spine. Ashto, exhale, fold, release the head. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Fourth one, ekam, inhale. Dwe, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, lower with control. Pancha, inhale, cobra or up dog. Shot, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step, or hop. Find length in the spine. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. Exhale, arms down, Samasthiti. Last one of these. Ekam, inhale, reach the arms up, gaze thumbs. Dwe, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari, exhale, step or hop back, lower, chaturanga, gaze forward. Plancha, inhale, chest through the arms, back bend. Shot, exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta, inhale, walk, step, or hop, feet to hands, find length in the spine. Ashto, exhale, fold. Nava, inhale, arms up, gaze up. And exhale, Samasthiti. 3 sun salutation Bs. Starting in Utkatasana chair pose. Ekam, inhale, bend the legs, arms up, hands apart or together. Dwe, exhale, fold over, straight legs. Jini, inhale, look up, find length in the spine. Chatwari, exhale, plant the hands, step or hop back and lower, chaturanga. Pancha, inhale for your back bend. Shot, exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Immediately step right foot forward, ground back heel down. On your inhale, Sapta, rise, warrior 1. Ashto, exhale, moving through vinyasa, or you could always go right to down dog. Exhale to lower. Inhale for your back bend. Dasha, exhale, take it back. Step up the left side, ground the back heel. Kadasha, inhale, rise, warrior 1. Dwadasha, exhale, either take a vinyasa or right to down dog. Inhale for your back bend if you take it. Chaturanga, exhale, downward facing dog. 5 steady breaths here. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, inhale, walk, step, or hop the feet forward, find length. Shodasha, exhale, fold. Bend the legs, Tadasha, inhale, rise, Utkatasana. And then exhale, standing, Samasthiti. Again. Inhale, Utkatasana, gaze up. Dwe, exhale, fold, release the head. Trini, inhale, the gut, find length. Chatwari, exhale, plant the hands. Find your version of chaturanga. Pancha, inhale for your back bend. Shot, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog, and set up right side warrior 1. Sapta, inhale to rise, gaze up. Ashto, exhale, hands plant, either right to down dog or your chaturanga. Inhale for your back bend. Dasha, exhale, take it back. Set up the left side, ground the back heel. On your next inhale, a Kadasha, inhale to rise. Dwadasha, exhale, hands plant, vinyasa, or to down dog. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadha, inhale, walk, step, or hop the feet forward. Find length. Shodasha, exhale, fold. Bend the legs. Saptadasha, inhale, rise. Utkatasana. Exhale, Samasthiti. Last one of these. Ekam, inhale, gaze up. Dve, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, find length. Chatwari, exhale, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, Cobra or Up Dog. Shat, exhale, Downward Facing Dog. Right side, Warrior One to set up. Sapta, inhale to rise. Ashto, exhale, find your Chaturanga or just your Down Dog. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale, set up the left side. Ekadasha, inhale, rise. Dwadasha, exhale, lower. Find your Chaturanga or your Down Dog. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. Last Down Dog will hold for 5 breaths for 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Panchadasha, inhale, walk, step, or hop the feet forward. Shodasha, exhale, fold. Saptadasha, bend the legs, inhale, rise, Utkatasana. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Nice job. Those are hard. They start to build a lot of internal heat and some tapas. We'll hop the feet hip width. So that's about 2 fists between the feet. And we'll come into 2 forward folds. I'll turn to the side so you can see. As you exhale, hinge forward. Peace fingers will wrap around your big toes, so you can always bend the legs here. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, fold. Release the head. 1, 2. This is Padangusthasana. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale there. Padahastasana or gorilla pose. You're going to step onto the palms, toes by your wrist crease. So you might have to bend the legs a little bit more here. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, fold. 1, 2. Slightly shifting the weight forward. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up, find length. Exhale there, release the hands, grab your waist. And then inhale, rise up. And exhale, hop the feet together. So you should be at the top of your mat now in Samasthiti. Coming into triangle pose, Uttita Trikonasana. So the next few poses we come to by stepping to the right. Coming into this star position. And then exhale, turn the right toes to the back of the mat and lower. You might have to grab your block here. And you can play around with the height. You could also bring your hand to your shin or your thigh. Gaze up at the top hand for 2, 3, strong legs, 4, 5. Inhale, rise, coming back to that 5-pointed star position. And then exhale, the left toes point to the front of the mat. You might have to grab that block. Lower on an exhale. And gaze up at the top hand. Open the chest. 1, 2. If this bothers the neck, you could always bring the gaze down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise. This one has a twist, revolved triangle, Parvrita Trikonasana. So right toes point to the back of the mat, left toes come in slightly, and the hips square to the back. Block can come to the inside or the outside of the foot, and you can play around with your height. Lift the left arm up, find length as you inhale. Exhale, fold, plant the left hand to the block. So find what height works for you. Take an extra inhale to find length and think about right hand to hip. Draw that right hip back. And then exhale, start to open up the chest. You can stay here, or maybe you extend that right arm up, gazing at the top hand. For 2, 3, steady breath here. 4, 5, exhale, look down. Inhale, rise. Reverse the feet. Take a moment to square the hips. Put that block into position. Left hand to left hip. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, fold forward. Hand to the block and take an extra inhale to find length, reach the chest forward, and then exhale, twisting to the left. Hand can stay on the hip, or you can reach that left arm up. 1. You can also always go a little bit wider in your legs for more stability. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise, coming back to that 5-pointed star position. And then exhale, big step, top of your mat, Samasthiti. I'm just going to move my blocks towards the back of the mat this time, or rather the left edge of the mat. Inhale, step to the right, a little bit longer stance this time in that star position. And then exhale, Parsva Konasana, side angle. Right toes point to the back of the mat, right leg bends. Forearm to thigh, left arm can be straight up or extended overhead, gaze at the palm. For 1. Lengthen the tailbone down. 2. Forearm can stay here, or you can bring your hand to a block to the outside of the foot. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise, coming through that star position. And then exhale, left toes point to the front of the mat. Bend into that left thigh. Right arm straight up or extended overhead. Gaze at the palm. 1. Forearm can stay here, or you can use that block to the outside of the foot. 2, 3, pressing into that back leg as well. 4, 5, inhale, rise up, 5-pointed star position, and then start to face the back of the mat. This has a twist as well. Let's all drop the back knee down to set up. Inhale, find length, draw the navel in, and then exhale, twist. You can either come into an open twist here, or you could bring the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Stay here with the knee down, or you can play around with lifting the back knee up. Breathing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. Rise back up through that 5-pointed star, face the front of the mat, and set up the other side by dropping the back knee down. Inhale, find length, draw the navel in, exhale to twist. So you could come again into that open twist, or you could bring hands together at the heart, right elbow to the outside of the left leg. Back knee can stay down, or you can play around with lifting the back knee up, challenging the balance more. Breathing 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look forward, and exhale, release. Come back to that 5-pointed star, and then exhale, top of the mat, Samasthiti. Inhale, step to the right, and then catch the waist. So we're going to do 4 wide-legged forward folds. I always try to make sure that my feet are aligned. So sometimes I'll do it with my feet to the back of the mat, so I can line my heels up that way, or I have kind of a nice line here that I can look at to line up my toes. You might also want to have a block in front. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hands come down to the mat or to 1 or 2 blocks. Inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, fold. Top of the head down towards the mat. 1. You might have to play around with going a little bit wider with the legs. 2. Think about drawing your kneecaps up. 3. Engaging your quads. 4. 5. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up. Exhale there. Catch your waist. Inhale, rise up. Exhale there. B position. Inhale, arms reach to the sides. Exhale, catch the waist. Inhale, find length. And exhale, fold. One. Strong legs. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale, rise. Exhale there. C position. Inhale, arms reach out to the side. Exhale, interlace the hands behind you. If shoulders are tight, you could always grab onto a strap or a towel here. Inhale, find length, lift the chest. Exhale, fold. Finding your deepest fold first, and then bringing arms overhead. Thinking about reaching them away from you. 1. 2, continue to use the quads. 3. 4, strong inner thighs as well. 5, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale there. D, last one. Inhale, catch the waist. Exhale, fold. You can either grab for your shins or peace fingers can wrap around the big toes. Take an extra inhale to look up and find length. And then exhale, fold. 1. 2. 3. Slightly shift the weight forward. 4. 5. Inhale, straighten the arms, look up. Exhale there, catch the waist. Inhale, rise. And then exhale, big step, top of your mat. Samasthiti, arms by your side. Our next pose is Pyramid Parshvottanasana. Couple different options for the arms. I'll show here. Bring the arms out to the side. Find internal rotation of the shoulders. And then you maybe will grab opposite elbows, or you could do fists, or maybe even working towards that reverse prayer. So again, internal rotation. Once you have the arms, you'll step to face the back of the mat, hips squared to the back. Inhale, find length. Exhale, fold. Think about drawing your right hip back, left hip draws forward. 1, 2, 3, strong legs. 4, 5, inhale, rise. Reverse the feet. Make sure you're at least heel to heel alignment, if not wider. Find length as you inhale. Fold as you exhale. Left hip draws back. Right hip slightly forward. Square off the hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rise. Come to a 5-pointed star. Release the arms. And a nice big step top of your mat. Samasthiti. So every Ashtanga series does that standing sequence. We're going to close it out now. We'll take a sun salutation to get down to the mat. Ekam, inhale, reach the arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold. Trini, inhale, look up, find length. Chatwari, exhale, step back, lower chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, back bend. Shot, exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. And then we'll come to seated. So you can either come down onto your knees, or you can step the feet forward, crossing the legs, and sit down. And we'll end with 3 seated poses, crossing the legs. You can also sit on your block. So if the knees are higher than the hips, then it's a good idea to sit up on either blankets, bolsters, or a block works as well. We'll also take it into a fold, so you might want your other block in front of you for your head. So finding cross legs, bring the arms behind you. You can grab opposite elbows. Inhale, find length. And then exhale, we'll fold. 1, 10 slow breaths here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, rise up. Reverse the cross of the legs. And then extend the arms, bring your thumb and index finger together. Other 3 fingers glued together. And tuck the chin, gaze towards the tip of the nose. Breathing into the back. 1, 2, make these the deepest breaths you've taken all day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Inhale, look up. If you were sitting up on something, come off of it, and we'll actually use both blocks for this next one. Our final pose, Utglutihi, called pick up and lift. So So the blocks are gonna go in front of your hips. You're gonna cross the legs, and you wanna find protraction of the shoulders when you lift. So shoulder blades separate. Hands come to the blocks and inhale, lift the hips up. 1, 2, maybe 1 foot lifts. 3, 4, protract the shoulders. 5, switch the feet if one is lifted. 6, 7, breathe. 8, maybe you try both feet. 9, and 10. Exhale, lower. That final effort before we take rest in Shavasana. Traditionally, if you go to an Ashtanga studio, you would turn around for Shavasana. So the feet point away from the teacher and the altar if there is one. I like for my Shavasana, I got my props handy over here. I like to put a bolster under the knees. That can help if you have any low back pain. I also like to cover up with a blanket. It just kind of helps me feel grounded. And then an eye pillow as a special treat. If I'm lucky, my cat Lexi may join. So we'll see if she comes in to practice. So take note of what felt supportive today. Carry that information with you into your next practice. Try this sequence for maybe a month or so until you get steady with it in your body and in your breath. And then check out some videos and subscribe to find out what other options that I have available. As I like to say, we use structure to create steadiness and consistency to build confidence. I'll see you on your mat tomorrow. If you're still with me, start to deepen the breath. Begin to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gradually making your movements larger as you move through the other joints. Finding any movement or stretch here on your backs. And either just rocking up to seated or rolling over to one side and pressing up. Eyes can be closed. Option to bring hands to the heart. Lokaha samasaha sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Thank you for practicing with me today.